In the first fight of the night at UFC Jacksonville, Cody Brundage and Cedric Dumas head to a decision, and Dumas is going to win this fight. I mean, 11 minutes of control time. Brundage decided to go for takedowns pretty much in each round. He landed 2 out of 4 takedowns, but once the fight got to the ground, Dumas dominated there. I mean, significant strikes not a factor, just 15-4 for Dumas, 85-33 in total strikes, and Dumas is going to win this thing by unanimous decision. This will be his first UFC win, a big one over Cody Brundage, to move to 8-1. Again, middleweight division, UFC Jacksonville. Jamal Emmers and Jack Jenkins headed to a decision. I mean, this should go to Jamal Emmers. I mean, he dominated in the stats, but the rounds could be a different story, so we'll see. 59-57, Jack Jenkins in significant strikes, just updated. So he led in significant strikes, but control time for Emmers, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It's going to be a close decision for sure. And here we go as both fighters come together. It's going to be split 30-27 Emmers. Oh, gosh. They're going to take it from Emmers. 30-27, 28-29 the other way. 29-28, split decision. Jack Jenkins gets the win. And we're 0-2 to start the night. Emmers will fall to 19-8. Jack Jenkins will move to 13-2. And he's pumped. A couple of boos coming from the crowd. This fight went down featherweight division. UFC Jacksonville. So now Trevor Peek and Chepe Mariscal will go to a decision. But this fight was just dominated by Mariscal. We got this one completely wrong and underestimated him. He had a lot of fights he lost, right? 6 coming in, but a lot of those were against UFC fighters. Well, we dominated here, 74-58 in significant strikes, 150-71 total strikes, 4 takedowns, 529 of control, no takedowns for Trevor Peek. So Mariscal led in all categories, and he'll get the decision victory, 3-0, 30-27 on all 3 judges' scorecards. So welcome to the UFC, Chepe Mariscal, and he's got a lot. Might as well call him a veteran. He's got a lot of experience against UFC fighters along the way. He'll move to 14-6, lightweight division, UFC Jacksonville. Zhalga Zhumagulov and Joshua Van headed to a decision at UFC Jacksonville. Now, Zhumagulov dominated the first round, 35-25 in significant strikes, but it was Joshua Van who led by 13 in round 2, 16 in round 3. So it seems like it's going to be 29-28, unanimous decision. Oh, it's going to be split. So Magulov gets the first one, 29-28. 29-28 Van. Wow. This will be a robbery. Split decision. Joshua Van gets the win. And I don't know how, made it interesting, but I don't know how one of those judges went 2 rounds to 1 for Zhumagulov. So Joshua Van still gets the victory. Luckily, 2 judges got it right. He led 149-130 in significant strikes. He did give up a takedown for 1 minute and 10 seconds of control, and it's odd that Zhumagulov didn't go for any more takedowns. Instead, he decided to stand and strike with Van, and that didn't go well over the last 2 rounds, and that's what led to the victory. So we're down to 0-4 tonight. Worst start of the year. Joshua Van moves to 8-1. Here in a great UFC debut, flyweight division, UFC Jacksonville. Tabitha Ricci and Jillian Robertson head to a decision. This makes the 5th straight decision here at UFC Jacksonville, but they've all been good competitive fights. But this one's going to go to Tabitha Ricci. We don't have to wait on the decision. The Brazilian dominated this fight, 108-84 in significant strikes, 111-87 in total strikes. There were 5 takedowns in this fight, 3 for Ricci, 2 for Jillian Robertson. But almost nearly less, 1 minute and 4 of control time total. So despite the actually 4 takedowns, they didn't spend much time on the ground. They were stand-up. It was a stand-up striking affair throughout, and Tabitha Ricci's going to pull this thing out. You know, she kept her head off the center line and just kind of is a better athlete than Jillian Robertson, at least as of today. She's going to move to 9-1, unanimous decision victory, women's strawweight division, UFC Jacksonville. Here we go, Rebecki with another leg kick. I mean, he just continues to dominate with the leg strikes. And Razubov is Not able to get his equilibrium right because the left leg, when he puts pressure on it, is just not there. As Rebecki continues to land left leg strikes to the lead leg of Loic Razabov. And I'm not sure how much longer he can continue standing on that leg. He's leaning against the fence to try to hold him up, but Rebecki just continues to walk him down. Rebecki lands a right-hand jab. And if you're Rebecki, you might want to draw him out. And another leg kick. And Razabov goes down with the big left. And Rebecki wins. It's over. The ref stops it. Wow. And it wasn't even like a normal stoppage. I think the ref just knew that Razabov wasn't going to recover. And you see him walking around barely on his feet. He's upset with the stoppage, and he's very tough, but good stoppage. I mean, Mateusz Rebecki just continued to land those leg strikes. You see what the left leg of Razabov looks like. You know, they're opposite stance fighters. So Rebecki is taking out the lead leg. And now Rebecki's limping around a little bit. Oof. So you got Rebecki's left toe looks like there's a problem there, but it's because he landed so many leg kicks. Wow. Right to the inside of the knee of Razabov. And the ref did a good job here. Lightweight division, always a tough division. You never know how these fights are going to go, but Rebecki gets the win. He's going to move to 18-1 by TKO, lightweight division, UFC Jacksonville. And here we go with Randy Brown and Wellington Turman headed to a decision. Very close fight. They split rounds 2 and 3 clearly. Round 1 was very close, like 27-26 in the only determining factor in significant strikes for Randy Brown. So round 1 is very close. Could be a split decision unless all 3 judges saw round 1 to be one-sided. But overall, Turman came back and significant strikes ended up leading 65-56. So a 9 significant strike lead there. He had 305 and control to 247 for Randy Brown. But Brown had 2 takedowns. And we'll see if that matters. And now the judges' scorecard's taking a second. Bruce Buffer's looking it over. And I have a feeling this is going to be a split decision. Both fighters shaking hands with their opponents' coaches. A lot of mutual respect here. And I thought Randy Brown would come in and dominate, but anything but. And here we go. Bruce Buffer's got the mic. Oh, it's unanimous. Probably 29-28 for Randy Brown. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Randy Rude Boy Brown gets the win. And what that means is all 3 judges believe he won the first 2 rounds because round 3 was all Wellington Turman. And, you know, again, if you have a point system, Wellington Turman wins because he led in control time, led in significant strikes, total strikes, 111-85. But Randy Brown won 2 rounds, especially the first one, which was very, very close. But he gets the win. He moves to 18-5, welterweight division, UFC Jacksonville. Neil Magny and Phil Rowe headed to a decision, man. And both these guys are like splitting images of each other. Both are 6'3". They both get their opponent in the clinch. Not much significant strikes. It was 36-34 Magny. Control time 431 to 438. I mean, you couldn't get closer. It really just comes down to the judge's opinion. Even fight. 29-28 Magny. So it's going to be split. 29-28 Rowe. Here we go. 29-28. So you got basically 5-4 terms of rounds by 3 judges. Yes, Neil Magny gets the win, baby. All right, we're back to 4-4. So we started 0-4. Now we're on a 4-fight win streak in terms of the predictions. And Neil Magny squeaked out a victory here, and that's just him being a veteran. He's going to move to 28-11, and he grinded this thing out over the second half of the second round and most of the third round, right? Because it was all Phil Rowe in round 1. But Neil Magny finds a way to win in a big welterweight division showdown at UFC Jacksonville. Oh, and Brendan Allen taking the upper hand now. Silva finds himself on his back with Brendan Allen pounding away on top. And he's got the left arm pin. So Brendan Allen in a good position here. 1 minute left, round 1. Now Bruno Silva covering up. And Allen peeks at the clock. Yeah, and I think he wants to get a finish before the end of this round. And the crowd's going crazy for Brendan Allen as they have been throughout this fight. Ooh, now Brendan Allen's taking the back, it looks like. But I don't know. He may run out of time here. Bruno Silva very good on the ground as well. Ooh, and Allen gets underneath. What? This will be crazy if he submitted Bruno Silva. Oh! Oh! He taps. Let's go. What a win for Brendan Allen, who just tapped out Bruno Silva. Unbelievable. And this is a big deal because Bruno Silva is good. Trust me when I tell you. I thought this would go to a decision and be an absolute battle. And that's a huge win for all-in Brendan Allen here. In the first round by submission over Bruno Silva at UFC Jacksonville. Onama misses on the right hand. Gabriel Santos continues to move forward, trying to track him down. I mean, Onama's a tough guy to track down. This is why he's pulling away in significant strikes at the 1 minute mark of round 2, and a big left elbow by Onama. And a leg kick by Santos, who takes a right now. Look out. But when Onama's really taking advantage of these shots, man, with the counters as well. Lands a big right. Oh, Santos is done. Santos is done. And finally, we get a real KO tonight as David Onama climbs the cage. He's going to move to 11-2, and that's a signature win for him. Especially the way he finished it. I mean, he rocked Gabriel Santos to get the win here. Man. And after a lot of decisions in the prelims, we got back-to-back finishes here in Fight 4. So David Onama, 11-2. Fight went down, featherweight division, UFC Jacksonville. We're looking at Justin Tafa's eye now here against Austin Lane. Austin Lane poked him right in the eye. And, yeah, man, this is as bad as it gets in terms of an eye poke. And he clearly can't see out of that eye. This is unfortunate. It's going to end up being a no contest. An early stoppage. We're only about a minute into this fight. And Austin Lane is pissed. Because this is an opportunity for Austin Lane, right? This is an opportunity. You know, he may not get another one. You know, you take these fights on late notice. You get your opportunity. You come in, and a minute into the fight, when he's looking pretty good, he gets hit with an eye poke. And Justin Tafa's not happy about it either, but at the end of the day, it was accidental. So this will be a no contest between Austin Lane and Justin Tafa here at UFC Jacksonville. Macy Barber showing signs of life as she gets back to her feet now and finally gets separated. So here we go. 2:10 left in round 2. And we knew this would be a tough fight to watch because we predicted Ribas to win, but we really want Barber to win, right? So it's one of those situations where the prediction is against who I like better, and that happens sometimes. Man, and this is an absolute battle. Look at both of these fighters, man. This looks like it's a 6-round fight already. Oh, and a left and a right now by Barber. And Ribas backs off, and that got her attention. Oh, my goodness. Oh, big right, another right. Ribas in trouble. Crowds on their feet. And Ribas is going for the takedown now. She's in trouble. Hammer fists away by Macy Barber, and we're about to lose this prediction, but that's okay. As Macy Barber pounds away now, Ribas is in all types of trouble. Look at this, man. This ain't the fight of the night. I don't know. And that's it. The ref jumps in, and Ribas is not happy about it. She grabbed Macy Barber right then and stopped the punches, but the ref jumped in already, and it is a good stoppage. Macy Barber made a statement here, man. And again, I'm not joking. Both fighters look like they went through a 10-round fight. And we're only near the end of the second round. Look at this. All the crowd is on its feet for both fighters. I mean, they both came in and just were landing punch after punch on each other. Barber 61-36 in significant strikes. And you see, boom! High kick lands, and that starts everything. And then Barber lands a left and a right. Here it comes. Bang! Woo! Boom! The high kick, then a right, and then Ribas backs off because she's in trouble. Barber comes up, lands a leg kick to the body, and a big right and another right. Oh, my gosh. Even slow motion looks crazy. And then Rebus grabs a leg, and then at that point it was it, because Barber gets on top and finishes the fight. So she's going to move to 12-2 with a huge victory and a roar she let out at the end here in the women's flyweight division. UFC Jacksonville. Josh Emmett and Ilia Topuria head to a decision, and they just put on the fight of the year without question. How Josh Emmett made it to a decision, I don't know. He's probably going to lose to Ilia Topuria, but that remains to be seen. Topuria led 145 to 105 in significant strikes, head strikes 120 to 64. He had 3 minutes and 25 seconds of control on 3 takedowns. So in the numbers, it's pretty clear that Ilia Topuria won this fight. But Josh Emmett, the warrior that he is, made it through rounds 3, round 4, fight nearly being stopped, and the doctor comes in, looks at Emmett. Emmett says, yeah, I want to fight. The fight goes to the 5th round, and then Emmett walks out ready to just throw down. I mean, he did not give up one bit. He never connected on the KO punch, right? But certainly give him credit. I mean, and really both these guys are both very tough. It's got to be the fight of the year. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, 2 warriors. And here we go to a decision. Should be unanimous for Topuria. 50-44, 50-42, and 49-45. So not even close. Ilia Topuria gets the win, just like we said he would. And he saves the night for us. We're 6-6 on the night. It is what it is. But 16-5 in the main event. Topuria 14-0. Great performance for him. He'll be in the top 5 here in the featherweight division at UFC Jacksonville.